So module 3 is regarding differential equations. Here we are going to solve the higher order differential equations, but they are nothing but linear. So this is linear differential equations of higher order. Now whenever the word linear comes, means that unknown has the power as 1. This is what you need to understand. Suppose if you have ax plus by plus cz equal to d. So unknowns are x, y, z. If you see their power, isn't it 1? So whenever there is like unknown has the power as 1, it consider it to be a linear. Similarly, suppose the differential equation, the order may be second order, third order, or whatever it is, but its power, which is called as degree. If degree is 1, then it is called as linear differential equation. So I'll not go into much detail of that theory part because I need to tell you how to solve the example. For diplomas, better like if you understand how to solve the example, that is far better. Now your equation format is given like this. F of d into y is equal to phi of x, where this d is nothing but it's a differential operator d by dx. Okay. Now, if this phi of x is equal, so this is what is the general form of what? Linear differential equation of higher order. Now, if this phi of x is equal to 0, suppose this RHS part is 0, then I'll call this as equation 1. So this equation 1 is no doubt linear differential equation of higher order. It is even called as, the next extension is homogeneous. So it's a this linear differential equation become homogeneous if this RHS part phi of x is 0. Are you understanding? Now suppose if phi of x is not equal to 0. Can you guess what this should be called then?
Non-homogeneous.
Non-homogeneous. So the opposite of homogeneous is non-homogeneous. So for your study, you have homogeneous as well as non-homogeneous differential equation to be solved. So first I'll tell you what to do in case of homogeneous. So suppose, so that means here the RHS part is 0. If the RHS part is 0, we'll actually, whenever the question is solve a differential equation means you need to write. Suppose if you have the equation like this, dy by dx plus py equal to q format. So your intention should be, you should write y as a function of x. This is called as a solution. Means, what is this y? This is the dependent variable. Your answer should be y is equal to a function of this independent variable. That is called as a solution. So similarly here, they will give some differential equation and ask you to solve it. So solve it means you have to get the answer y as a function of x. That is called as general solution. Now first I'm dealing with homogeneous. So when you take homogeneous means what is the RHS part? RHS part is 0. Okay, phi of x is 0. So general solution is nothing but it is given by one function called as complementary function. Complementary function. Now, okay, or else you can say if I don't take homogeneous, general format, general solution is given by complementary function, but plus one more thing which is called as particular integral. Or in short, we write like this. GS is equal to CF plus PI. These are the shortcut forms which we use. For any differential equation, linear differential equation of higher order, your general solution GS is given as CF plus PI. Okay, now we'll see what is CF and what is PI and how to find it. Okay, now you just remember that if I take the first case where it is homogeneous, PI is always 0 because actually PI depends on the RHS part. Okay, if RHS part is other than 0, Here, so just suppose phi of x means a function of x. It may be x, x square, sin x, cos x, like that. If it is there, then pi exists. If suppose this RHS part is directly 0, you can say pi is also 0. So homogeneous, just now what we have seen for homogeneous differential equation, what do you have the RHS part?
0.
0. So what do you say about the pi for homogeneous?
0.
It is 0. So that means here if pi is 0, your GS depends on what?
CF.
Only CF. Okay. Yeah, only CF. Now I'll tell you how to find CF. To find CF, there is one way. Method to find. You can say method to find CF. So here what we do, we just find one equation called as auxiliary equation. This is little general concept you may not understand in the beginning, but need not to worry, just concentrate first. Auxiliary equation is written like this. See, you have your function in the form f of d here, correct? F of d. You replace your d by m. Okay, replace d by means it is f of m and equate this to 0. Just see this part and this part. What you can see the change. D, instead of d you have it as m and here you have a y. Do you have a y here? Do you have any y here in this auxiliary equation?
No, ma'am.
No. So this is the way to write a auxiliary equation. Just where all x d is there, replace it as m. Don't write any y and equate it to 0. So here it depends. It may be some quadratic equation, cubic, biquadratic, like that. Some equation will be there. So you can take your calculator and put the values and you can find out. Your calculator is going to give you the values if it is still cubic. If it is biquadratic, means the power, highest power of m is 4, suppose. If the power is 4, you will get 4 roots. To get it, we use one method called as synthetic division. Okay, somehow you have to get the roots of this. See, it is just like this. You will be having like this. M square plus 2m plus 1 equal to 0, suppose. This is the format. I'm just telling you this is the format. Now, isn't it you can solve this equation in calculator? Have you get the values? Yeah. Take in calculator and tell me what are the values you will get. Go to equation mode. Choose ax square plus bx plus c equation. Or if you are using that one more, no, you should take
-1.
huh,
-1, 1.
-1 and -1 actually. Huh? Why
-1, 1.
that one what it is showing is a value. Don't take that. See, so if the power is 2, you will get 2 roots, isn't it? Like this. You okay, now you can take you can okay, take in the calculator this equation and tell me the roots. All of you operate calculator. This is must. Otherwise, you have to simply
-1 plus 2i.
-1 plus 2i. One more thing. What is this 1 -1 plus 2i? Which type of number? Complex
Real
number.
and imaginary.
No, this is complex number. Yeah, real part, imaginary part together is a complex number. Now, whenever you have a complex number like this, what is a conjugate pair of this? You know, for a plus ib, a
1
minus
minus
i,
2i.
-1 minus 2i. See, whenever you get the root for complex, no, you will get it in a conjugate pair. That can be observed. Just, I think Omkar told me this, right? -1 plus 2i. Yes? Who answered?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I cannot see you people, like your name will not be displayed. Who answered it?
402.
Huh? Okay, you tell me another root for this, because this is quadratic, no? Two values you'll get.
-1
Minus
-2i.
1 minus 2i.
-1 -2i. See, whenever you get the complex, no, you will get it in the like a conjugate pair. It is like plus or minus only. Okay, that is the thing. Now here, which type of roots in this case, when I took the first equation, no, which type of roots these are? These are which type of, what is the nature of the roots? Which type of numbers these are? Okay, now you have to take only two things, that is real and complex. Real numbers and complex numbers. Got it? Only two cases. Tell me this is real or complex if it is -1 -1. No? When you call this as complex, if there is a I present, there is a I is there in the imaginary number, I is there, it is called as complex. If there is no I, it is called as real. Now tell me, -1 and -1 are which type of numbers?
Real.
Real.
Real. Okay. So altogether, actually, when you solve the auxiliary equation, you will get some roots. Depending on the nature of the roots, we are going to write CF part. See, for example, so here you may get the roots as real. You may get the, okay. So when you get the roots, you will get it as either real or you may get it as complex. Only two cases are there for the study, real and complex. Again, this when you have real, no, see in this case, -1 -1 are real, and are they same or are they different?
Same.
Same, correct. So there is a case that you may get it as real and equal. Is it going to happen whenever you have quadratic equation, whenever you get real roots, but always you will get it as equal only? Yes or no?
No.
No. Sometimes what you'll get? Which type of numbers? Not equal, unequal, correct? We call it as distinct. Okay. So actually, depending on the nature of the roots of auxiliary equation, they have divided this into three cases. First case is if you get real and different, distinct, first case, real and equal, second case, and if you get it as complex, this is nothing but the third case. So depending on the nature, we are going to write the complementary function. Are you understanding? Okay. So if I take first case, what is the first case? Real and distinct. So suppose the roots, okay, suppose this is quadratic. For example, this is quadratic equation. How many roots you will get for quadratic?
2 roots.
2 roots. Okay. Take the roots as suppose m1 and m2. So what you are saying? These are real numbers. So m1 and m2 are which type of numbers? Real numbers, and they are distinct. Distinct means is m1 equal to m2 or not equal?
Not equal.
Not equal. If it is not equal, you should write the complementary function like this only. Huh? There is a rule for this. How to write? C1. C1 is some constant. E raised to, what is the first root? First root is
M1.
m1. So m1 into, see, for the equation dy by dx, no independent variable is x. So you should write in terms of x. Means for m1, real and distinct root, you should write it as c1 e raised to m1x. Understood? Plus, isn't it you have one more root m2? Can you guess how to write it for that? It's a similar way.
C
Instead
to
of
E raised to
M2.
M2.
very good. So take it as c2 e raised to m2x. The part clear? So this is how you should write the complementary function whenever you have the real and distinct roots. For example, I'm getting suppose the roots as 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And then tell me what is the CF for this?
C1
C1 e raised
to
to 1x plus C2 e raised to
2x.
2x.
2x. Okay. Similarly, suppose if you are getting one more root as -1, then what to do?
C3 e to the power minus 1x.
Very good. So this is like an extension. Okay. So this is how you should write for the first case. Now, second case. Second case, you may get them as real and equal. Okay, like this, -1 and -1. So if they are real, suppose M1 and M2 are real, and if they are equal, so what happens? M1 is equal to M2, yes or no? You are saying equal.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is equal. Suppose M1 is equal to M2 and that is equal to some value M, maybe 2, 3, whatever it is. Then suppose if they are real and equal, CF is written as C1 plus C2x e raised to mx. That means you should not have to write separately for two values, you should write it only once. But how to take in the bracket? C1 plus C2x e raised to mx. Okay. Suppose you have one more root m3, which is also equal. There are three roots, all are real and all are equal. Then can you guess what should be the CF?
C1 plus C2 plus
C1 plus
C3x
C2 plus
e to the power
C3x.
mx.
No. See how it is C1 plus C2x. Actually, here along with C1, you have x raised to 0, then x raised to 1. Now try to tell me correctly. C1 plus
C2x
plus,
plus C3x square.
yes, very good. C3x square e raised to mx. Okay. Okay. For example, suppose if you have 1 comma, okay, take -1 comma -1. Suppose if you have like this, tell me the complementary function. How to write for -1 -1? Is it real? Is it equal or unequal?
Equal.
Yeah, it is equal. So how to write the CF?
minus
Huh? No. If it is inside, it is plus
C1
only.
plus C2, ma'am, C1 plus C2x
X,
to the power e to the power
not
minus
plus,
1x.
into e raised to
Minus 1x.
Got it? So this root, what you are getting, it will be highlighted only here, not inside. Huh? Somebody said minus here. No, that will not. Okay. Suppose I have got one equation where I'm getting the roots as -1 -1 and again one more root as 2. So tell me the extension. What I have to write. Now tell me what is 2 real.
Ma'am, C1 plus C2x plus C3x square to the bracket e to the power.
No. You are wrong, Anand. Just observe here. These two are real and these two are equal. This is real. Agree? 2 is real. But is it equal or unequal?
unequal.
Unequal means you have to refer again case 1. In unequal, what they are saying? How to write? For any unequal, it should be in this format. Now tell me. C3,
C3 e raised to
2x.
2x.
This is one which is different. So for different, you should write like this. If they are same, you should write like this. Are you getting?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Now the last case. So real, distinct, real, equal, done. Tell me what is the third case? Complex. In complex, there is no question as equal and unequal because whenever you get complex root, they are in conjugate pair. That means always they are unequal only. You don't worry. Actually, there is one case for equal that you need not have to worry. Whenever you get, see, if you get A plus IB, the second root is what? A minus IB. Sure. A minus IB. They appear in conjugate pair only. Tell me whether they are equal or not equal. Are they same or are they different?
Different.
They are obviously different. So there is actually, whenever you take complex, it's a case where it is complex and different only. Okay. That means don't write separate. You can write directly like a plus or minus ib. Means if I'm getting complex means I'll get the root m. Suppose this is my equation f of m equal to 0, auxiliary equation. I have solved it. I'm getting it some complex root like this form. Can you tell me what is the real part of this? Real
A.
part of a and imaginary part is
IB.
B.
only b,
B.
only b, not ib. Okay. So when you have like this, what you need to do, CF is written as e raised to, just see carefully, e raised to, real part is a into x into bracket C1 cos of, what is the imaginary part? B into x plus C2 sine of B into x. Hope you got the thing. Like, for example, I'm having it as minus 2 plus or minus 3, I suppose. I'm getting the roots like this. Now complex. Tell me how I have to write the CF.
C raised to minus 2x.
Very good. Into bracket.
C1 cos 3x
Plus
plus C2 sin 3x.
sine 3x. Hope all of you are getting the part. This is very important. Whenever you get complex, and don't say because of plus or minus it is complex, because of this presence of this I it is complex. Because sometimes you'll get the roots by in between plus or minus. That does not mean it is complex. If there is a I, it is complex. Okay. Now, suppose I'm solving some equation. I'm getting one of the root as like complex. Suppose I'm getting one more root as minus 1. Can you tell me the extension of CF? So this is complex root. So for complex, we have applied it. How to write for this minus 1?
C3 e raised to minus.
E raised minus x.
Very good. Minus x. Okay. Like this. So it is not like purely you will get the 3 different cases. You may get a combination also. But whenever you get it, you need to decide real, distinct, real, equivalent, complex, and according to that, you need to write. Okay. Hope the part is clear. Tell me. Hmm? Yeah. Let me
Yes, ma'am.
just, I'll take some example and we'll solve. Right. Solve the following equations. Solve the following equations. The usual question will be given in this format. D square y by dx square minus 5 dy by dx plus 6y equal to 0. Tell me what is the order of this differential equation?
2.
2, second order. That is highest order derivative present is second order, so that order is 2. Now, first you need to write this equation in terms of capital D. Okay, I'll tell you one easy way. That is, take this D as d by dx. See, capital D is d by dx. It's a differential operator. And d square as d square by dx square. Think it is not squared. If I square it, it is different. And if I take d square equal to this means I'm taking the second order. Can you tell me what should be d cube then?
D cube by dx square.
Yeah, it is d cube by dx cube. Usually, whenever we deal with differential equation here in M2, we try to write in terms of capital D. Okay, so now d square by dx square is capital D square. So what I have to write the value of the first term?
D square.
D square. Is
D
it
square
only D
y.
square? Yeah, y also
Y.
should be there. And don't take D along with y. Leaving y you should take. That is compulsory. Minus 5 into 5 as it is. Now how to write d by dx?
D.
D.
Y.
Again, y. Very good. And this 6y, no problem. Write as it is. Can you tell me what should be the next step? What you observe here? In all the
Y
terms,
common.
y is common, yes. So what will remain here? If y is taken common, d square minus 5d plus 6, isn't it? Okay. See, just see, here. I'm comparing this with my equation f of d into y equal to 0. Am I right? See this. See this equation 1. Correct? So any equation, differential equation, it can be written in the form f of d into y equal to phi of x. Now, can you tell me, is it homogeneous or non-homogeneous? What is the RHS part of this equation?
0.
0. So if it is 0, what we have to call it as?
Homogeneous.
It's a homogeneous.
Homogeneous.
Okay. Means, okay, this is homogeneous differential equation. Now, when RHS part is 0 for homogeneous, your GS depends on only CF. This we have observed. Now we'll calculate CF. Now CF depends on what? Just see the thing. CF depends on what equation?
Distinction.
No. First,
Auxiliary equation.
auxiliary equation. See, so what you need to do, you should write auxiliary equation. How to write auxiliary equation is, see this bracket what you have. In this bracket, all the d, replace it as small m. Means d square will be what? If I replace d by m. This is for understanding I'm writing. Replace d by m.
D square by dx square.
No, replace d capital D
M
by
square.
m.
M
Replacing
square by 5.
M
m square
M square
minus
by
5m plus 6.
5.
Now don't write any y here. Auxiliary equation don't contain any y. Remember this. Is it not easy step to write? And you should learn how to find CF. This is there for all the problems. For all the problems we find complementary function. Okay. Now, this is quadratic equation. You have calculator, right? Solve it and tell me what are the roots.
3, 2.
3
Ma'am,
and
3 and 2.
3 and 2. Now just see their nature. Which type of numbers they are? Are they real or complex?
Real and discrete.
real ma'am.
Yeah, they are real and they are distinct. So this belongs to what? First case, isn't it? Yeah. How we write then? So CF is written as, how to write for 3? For each distinct. Just observe here, first case. Real and distinct. C1 e raised to that root into x. Now tell me how to write for 3.
C1 e raised to 3 to e raised power 3 to the x.
Huh? 3x. 3x.
Yes ma'am.
C2 e raised to 2x. Some of you may take 2 in the first place and 3 may be in the second place. There is no problem. Order won't matter. Only you should write for all the roots. Hope this is clear. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, this is homogeneous. For homogeneous, whatever you get the CF, that itself is GS, isn't it? Therefore, general solution is, we write like this, y equal to, because your answer should be y as a function of x. Or how you should write? Y equal to, just in place of CF, write it as y. RHS part same. C1 e raised to 3x plus C2 e raised to 2x. That's all. The differential equation is being solved. Is it easy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Let me take now the second example. So sometimes instead of giving it in terms of d by dy, they may give it as directly in terms of d. Like this. Tell me, is it homogeneous or non-homogeneous?
Homogeneous.
Homogeneous. RHS part is 0. Okay, now. So we have to find CF. CF depends on
Auxiliary equation.
auxiliary equation is what?
Replaced by m.
Replace d by m here. Tell me, replace it and tell me what will get the equation.
M square plus 10m.
Minus 5.
Minus how minus? Other all terms are same. Yeah.
Ma'am,
What are the roots?
minus 5.
Huh.
Minus 5 and 1.
Ma'am, 5 only.
Yeah, minus 5.
Only
and
minus
minus
5. Minus 5.
See, when it is showing 1, no, you are not observing. It is not the answer. What it is showing is A back again. That means what you have got the root, it is repeating twice. Just see one. See, when you call this as a root, minus 5 means if I substitute in place of m as 5, it satisfies. Am I correct? Now you are saying minus 5 and 1. Anand, just check if you put m as 1, is it going to be 0? Surely no. Everywhere addition, no? How come it
No,
will be now?
No, ma'am.
Huh? So just observe in the calculator carefully. Huh? You can do all the things, but if you do wrong calculation and keep the answer wrong, then I cannot help. Tell me, which is this case? Real and
Equal.
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 Yeah, so this belongs to second case. Just observe second case. If they are real and equal, how to write the CF? C1 plus C2x into e raised to that root into x. Apply the same thing for minus 5 and minus 5 and tell me how to write the CF.
Ma'am, C1 plus C2x bracket e to the power minus 5x.
Very good. Yes. Other same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now finally you should not have to end up with only CF. You should write GS. How to write GS? Just in place of CF, write it as 1. C1 plus C2x e raised to minus 5x. Okay. Write down the next. D square minus plus 2D plus 5 into y equal to 0. Tell me what is the next step I have to apply here. What is the step to be applied?
Auxiliary.
Yes, very good. Auxiliary equation. Tell me what it is. Replacing and all you don't write. That is for your reference. You directly write auxiliary. Tell me what is auxiliary equation. M square plus 2m plus 5 equal to 0, correct? Yeah, solve and tell me what are the roots.
Minus 1 plus 2i.
Minus 1 plus 2i means plus or minus 2i.
Plus 2i.
Yeah. Yes. Which type of roots? Are they real?
Complex.
They are complex roots. So for complex roots, how to write? So now what I will do, I will not write it as then first CF and then GS. I'll write directly. Is it okay? When can I write directly GS as CF? Only if RHS part is 0. That is for homogeneous. Huh? Are you getting it? Yeah. Tell me. So GS is equal to, or you can say CF equal to, tell me what it is. How to write for complex? Again, see the part.
E raised to minus x.
C1 cos 1x.
Now outside
E
you
raised to minus x.
first e raised to minus 1x. Real
X.
part is minus 1 into bracket,
C1 cos 2x
plus,
plus C2 sin 2x.
yes, this is done. Hope clear? Okay. Now I'll go to little higher part. Write this. D cube y by dx cube plus y is equal to 0. First, we should write in terms of capital D. That is far better. Huh? So what is d cube y by dx cube will be converted
D cube plus y and D cube plus
D
y.
cube by
D cube y
plus y.
y plus y.
0. Correct? Yeah. Now, what is the next step? Y is common. What will get in the bracket?
dq
Cube.
plus 1.
dq by 1.
Plus
dq plus
Okay, so this is in the required format. So what is the next step here? Auxiliary equation. Take in calculator and tell me the values. Let me see, will you tell correctly or no?
minus 1 and 0.
No. Carefully just see. Which calculator you are using now?
fx991 es plus.
ES plus, then how you have taken the values? See, it should be taken like this. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. Am I right? Are you taking this cubic equation? Tell me what is the value of A you are substituting? A is 1.
Yes, ma'am. 1
B is?
minus 1.
plus 1.
Answer is minus
Minus.
1.
Minus 1.
Minus
So
2.
you just take A is 1. See, there is no x square, m square and m term means what are B and C values? 1, 0, 0
0.
and D is 1. This is how if you
1.
take, you will get correctly. Yeah, tell me now. Minus 1 and
1 by 1 by
1
2
by 2.
plus root 3 by 2 I.
1 plus or minus I root 3 divided by 2. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. All of you just check when you get such complex, especially for this example. It was very simple, but you should take the values correctly. A and D are 1, B and C are 0, 0. Yeah, tell me which type of root is the first one. Minus 1.
Real.
Real or complex?
Real.
Real. So how should we write? I'll write directly as GS. How to write for minus 1? It's a real and different. How to write?
C1 C is
Minus.
minus x.
Okay, or minus 1x, your choice. How to write? Now, what about this? What is the nature? Real or complex?
Complex.
Complex. How you write for complex? Tell me what is the real part. If you want, no, write separate. Otherwise, you will miss it. Real part is 1 by 2.
1 by 2.
Imaginary part is
1 by
root
2.
3 by 2.
Root 3 by 2.
Tell me now how to write for this. E raised
e
to
to the
1
power
by
half x.
half x. C1 is used. You can use the next constant.
C1 cos root 3 by 2 plus C2
X.
sin root 3 by 2x.
Only thing, just don't use the same constants, use the next constants. That's all. Is it clear? Real part is half, which comes as the power for exponential. Imaginary part is root 3 by 2, which comes as a coefficient of x in the trigonometry. Is this a question? Is this solution clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Others also please respond. Are you people there? Yes. Write the next. It is d cube y by dx cube minus 5d square y by dx square plus 7 dy by dx minus 3y is equal to 0. Yeah, all of you just take this, try to solve. See, for this equation, you will get the roots in the form 3, 1, 1. In calculator, it is not showing x3 value. Means whatever is x2, that has to be taken 2 times. Because here it is cubic, means you should get 3 roots. But calculator here for this problem shows only 2. So take the second one once again. Okay. Yeah, this is how it should be written. Now take it. This is from your paper, model question paper. Write this example.
Ma'am, 2.875 plus or minus 0.9375.
Huh? Which one?
That third one, d cube minus d square minus 4d minus 4.
Huh?
2.875 plus or minus 0.9375. I'm getting it.
One second. I did not get the point. Wait a minute. Wait. Yeah, again you can see all are different or same. No doubt they are real. Are they same or different?
Different.
All are different. So how to write the GS? Tell me y equal to for each
C1
C1
e to the power minus 2x
Huh.
minus 2x plus C2 e to the power 2x plus C3 e to the power x.
X 1x. Okay, done. Okay. Now, who is ready to tell the values for the next example? Tell me the auxiliary equation. M raised to 4 plus 4m cube minus 5m square minus 36m minus 36. Huh? Calculator is going to give you yes or no.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Surely it will not give. Okay, it gives only till cubic. I'll tell you one method which is called as synthetic division that can be applied here. Now, to apply synthetic, anybody knows synthetic division method? Okay, let it be. I'll just explain, just listen carefully. Huh? What you have to do here, how many values of m are required actually?
4.
4 values. Now what you do, put any value of m here so that you should get 0 equal to 0. Means if I replace m by some value, you should get it as the value as 0. Just check. If I put m equal to 1, what happens? 1 plus 4, yeah, minus 5, minus 36, minus 36. It will not become 0. You can just observe. Go for any other value. See how to choose the values. You go for either 0, 1, 2. If it is not possible, you can even go for 3, or else you can take like this. First 0, then 1, 1. Then after that you can take even minus 1. You can take 2 and then minus 2. I want only one value. First, okay, if it is not possible, if it is not becoming 0, then go for higher. At the most, go from 3 to, that is minus 3 to plus 3, not beyond that. Okay, now if I replace it by 1, as you said, you are not getting it as 0, not to worry. If you change it as minus 1,
2 also not getting, ma'am.
2 also not,
Ma'am, 3 will get.
3 you
3
will
will
get,
get.
3 will get, okay.
Yes,
Check
ma'am.
with minus 1,
Yes.
1 just for a change, minus 1. Huh? Okay, m raised to, see, minus 1 raised to 4 is plus 1.
Yes, ma'am. 0. 0.
0 again,
0, ma'am.
yeah. Sometimes even with minus 1 it becomes, because no, what happens, this power will make this as positive, from negative to positive. Yeah. What shall I start? 3 or minus 1, your choice. Anything you can start.
3.
3 only, yeah.
3.
See, so how we write it? Just see, observe how the table is written. This is called as the synthetic division. Here you should write for what value it is satisfying, m equal to 3 should be written here. Here you should write the coefficients. Okay. Now here if it is highest power of m is 4, you should write 4 plus 1. 5 coefficients here compulsorily. Okay. What is the coefficient of m raised to 4? 1. Write only 1. Don't put any comma and all. What is the coefficient of next? M cube. M cube coefficient is
4.
what? 4. Write it next.
4.
Next, reduce it. M square coefficient
5.
minus 5. Coefficient of M
Yes. Minus 36.
minus 36. And the constant one minus 36. See how many I am writing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now suppose one of the coefficient is not there. Suppose M square term is not there. But still you should write the coefficient as what? If M square term is not there. What is the coefficient of that?
0.
0. So it has to be written. Okay, that is compulsory part. So that means if you are having the highest power as 3, you should write 4. If you have 4, highest power is 4, you should write 5 coefficients because it includes even the constant. Now, see what to do. For the first one, you always write below that number as 0. Now add it. What will you get? 1 plus 0.
1.
1.
1. Now you multiply this 1 with this number 3 and write it below the next number. Are you getting it? 1 into 3 is how much?
3.
3. That should be written below the second number. Okay. Now in between this actually there is a plus only. So 4 plus 3 is how much?
7.
7. Okay. Now can you tell me what should be done? This 7 should be multiplied with this
21.
3
7
and right
into 3.
below. 7
7
3s are
21.
21 should be written below minus 5. So minus 5 plus 21 is how much?
16.
16. Again, what should be the next step? 16 into 3.
48.
48 should be written here. Minus
12.
36 plus
12.
48 is 12. 12 3s are
12. 36.
36.
36.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah. If suppose if you get it as 0, then what root you have got is correct. Suppose if you are not getting it as 0, that means this root is wrong. Are you understanding it? This is a compulsory thing. If you have chosen a root,
can be taken minus.
you can take any. Even you can take anything. Whatever you take. If it is correct root, your last value will be 0. Otherwise, it will not be 0. Suppose if you are not getting 0, no, go back and change that value. Now, next, here you should write this equation, which is called as reduced equation. Reduced means here the power of m was 4. Now it will reduce to power as 3. It reduces 1 by 1. So that means this is the coefficient of what? M cube. This is the coefficient of m square. This is the coefficient of m. This is the coefficient of constant. Okay. Because one of the coefficient you are making it as 0 means your equation reduces. Are you getting it? This is for constant. Means, see how I'll write. Use this and write the equation. This is 1 into m cube means m cube plus 7m square plus 16m plus 12. Am I correct? Okay. Did you
Yes,
get
ma'am.
that point? This is
Ma'am,
called,
yes. Ma'am, I forgot how to got 0, ma'am. Here. 1 by 0.
here, this 0.
That 0, ma'am.
This is fixed
This
value.
one, ma'am.
This is fixed.
Okay.
Always you should take below first number as 0 because you will not be having anything previously. No, you should take it as 0 only. Don't take any other. This is the method. Now solve it. You can take this in calculator now. Tell me what are the 3 roots.
Minus 3, minus 2, 1.
1. Others same.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
students do after getting this, no, they only concentrate these and they forgot one more thing. That is wrong. So keep
Ma'am.
a habit.
Ma'am.
Huh.
Ma'am, last value is minus 2.
minus 2
-2
only.
ma'am.
Okay. I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
he has again see, you are still doing mistake. Now just see A value repeating. Huh. But you said no, -1 is satisfying. And how come -1 has not come?
Ma'am, -3, -2, and 1 I am getting.
And no, ma'am.
One don't
Check the
satisfy.
arrow, Anand. It is upward.
Okay, that you would have not. See, one when you are getting one, just Anand observe what is here in that calculator. What is this value? Is it showing x1, x2, x? Is it showing x3 or is it showing A?
X2 only, ma'am.
Huh?
X2. Arrow is upward.
1 second. You go back again. Just substitute. All of you confirm this. If you have still that confusion, it is very difficult. Take the values. Just see. For x1, I think it is showing -3. For x2, it is showing -2. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
When you are getting one, tell me, are you getting x3 or A?
No, it is A, ma'am.
A only. Anand, confirm. Fast.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's what calculator gives correctly, but you should take correct. If you take it in wrong way, then even calculator cannot help, I cannot help. Okay, now, so what you do whenever it is higher order is 4, no, like if the order is 4, better you write roots of auxiliary equation m equal to, take this also into consideration and write 3, -3, -2 and -2. Now, can you tell me what is the complementary function or GS? What about these? All are real.
And C1 e to the power 3x
Ah,
plus C2 e to the power 3x minus 3x
ah,
plus C3 plus C4 x to the power e to the power minus 2x.
very good. Others agree with his answer? Hmm? Because
Yes, ma'am.
these two are distinct and these two are equal. Yes, this is how it should be solved. Shall I give some homework sums on this? Yeah, take it from your model question paper only. D cube y by dx cube minus 3 dy by dx. Here be careful, d square term is missing. Its coefficient to be taken as 0. And one more. D cube minus 2d square plus 4d minus 8 into y equal to 0. Hope you got it. Take them as homework sums and try to solve.